Welcome to this House of the Dragon Episode 2 review and Easter eggs. This episode was a bit slower than we had in the first episode, but the return to Dragonstone and the dragon rising up from the mists was certainly a sight to behold, and somehow they made the dragon riding look cooler than that even of the main series. With Rhaenyra firmly the heir to the king and her mum dead, there's a lot of parties interested in marrying their daughters off to him to secure their fortunes, as they expect the king to make any future-born son the heir. Will he? We'll have to find out. We have Corlys, who wants to not only creepily marry his daughter off, but is irked at the king not wanting to help take out Cragger's crab feeder. Now, he's someone who has been causing trouble for him in the Stepstones mentioned last week. This will be a problem moving forward, as in the books it was an epic war, and I cannot wait to see Daemon clearing house on the Stepstones. Now, of course, we have him pledge marriage to Alicent Hightower. That ended pretty abruptly, so the movie, or the show, will be going at a breakneck speed through time, I expect, as multiple characters do have different and older actors and actresses. Now, yes, we also have our heir be reduced to having to pick the next Kingsguard member, and she appears to be simping over Kristen Cole, and that is a big character in the books. There will be little to no book spoilers in these videos, but if you want book spoilers, I might make a supplementary video at some point, but there are better people than me who have made different ones. Now, for me, the highlight of the episode was the confrontation between Otto and our homie Daemon, as he wishes for a dragon egg for a future child, as the Targs kept the dragon egg and in a kid's cot to form a bond. Ultimately, he does give this up, and this was a great episode again. My only criticism that it was a tad slow, but Game of Thrones did also start like this, as there's so much to set up in the world, and I did actually start rewatching this recently, so I have a good memory of it. Now, let's get into the game of Easter eggs and references. At number 1, we have the heir herself as a cupbearer, which reminded me of Arya Stark. In the main show, you may remember, she ended up being Tywin's cupbearer at Harrenhal, and even almost tried to put her own 2 cents into the matters. At number 2, while talking to Alicent, our king mentions that the old capital from his family's lineage was built in a volcano. This is, as he says, the old freehold of Valyria. This volcano actually ended up being its ruin, as it exploded, causing what you may have heard in the main show referred to as a Doom of Valyria. It's unknown why exactly or how it happened, but Alt Shift X has an amazing deep dive into the probable causes. At number 3, our heir herself was reduced to choosing who she wants to be in the King's Guard. This is the room you may recognise from Season 7, where Cersei started making a map of Westeros. At number 4, we have Dragonstone, which was seen with Stannis the Manis. You can see the dragons on the walls, which appeared in the main show. And lastly, at number 5, you can also see the long walk to the castle, which is what we saw when Jon Snow went to not bend the knee. But he did bend something in the end.